The fourth branch of the Mabinogi is entitled Math, son of Mathonwy. Math is a powerful magician and enchanter. The branch begins with the tale of his nephews Gwydion and Gilfaethwy, and the ruse by which they rape Math's virginal footmaiden and cause the death of Pryderi. One of the best-known characters in all the Mabinogi features in the second part of this branch. She is Blodeuwedd, the woman made out of flowers. Blodeuwedd is conjured up as a bride for Llŷ Llaw Gyffes. Llŷ is watched over by the magic of Gwydion and Math, as the process by which he gains his name, his weapons, and his wife from the sorceress Arianrhod is fraught with dangerous dilemmas and taboos. Llŷ is betrayed by Blodeuwedd, and Math's retribution is to turn her into an owl, thus condemning her to the hatred of all other birds.
Gather round all, and we'll tell the last tale in the Mabinogi about the great wizard Math. Math Bab Mathonwy, Lord of Gwynedd, and his nephews, Gwydion, and Gilfaethwy. Now, these were the sons of Dawn, who caused a great war between the men of the north and the south, in their lust for Math's lovely footmaiden, Goewin. Footmaiden, I hear you say. Surely handmaiden is the more usual term. But this Goewin was condemned to spend her life sitting at Math's feet, supporting them in her lap. And only when the king was called away to war, Van Alwyd of Brenin Revel in Unig, did he move his feet from that position. One day, seeing how pale and listless his brother Gilfaethwy looked, Gwydion approached him.
Gilfaethwy, what's happened to you? You seem to have lost a little colour of late.
It would profit me not at all to tell anybody what's the matter with me.
Ah, come, you can tell me. Your brother.
I want to go.
Who's Goewin? With Goewin? Oh, come, your size aren't going to cure anything. I have a plan. We'll arrange a marshalling of the forces of Gwynedd and Powys. Yeah. Well, without that, we can't get to her. Each here for our arrange it for you.
So they went to Math with a cunning plan.
My lord, I have heard tell that some animals that have never been seen in this land before have come to the south.
What are they called, these animals?
Pigs, lord.
Pigs? What are they like, pigs?
They are small animals, lord, whose taste, so they say, is better than beef.
And whose are they?
They belong to Pryderi, the son of Pwyll, given to him by Arawn, king of the other world.
Oh. And how can they be got from him?
Ah, my plan is a good one, lord. We shall not return without them.
Then go forth, nephew. Go forth.
So Gwydion went to visit Pryderi in the south, and by practicing his magic skills, he conjured up 12 fine horses with 12 gold saddles on their backs and 12 white-breasted hunting dogs with silver collars to trade for the pigs. Now, Pryderi could not refuse such an offer, and taking possession of the pigs, Gwydion quickly left. But even before he got home to Math, the magic had worn off, and Pryderi realized he had been tricked. He arose and marshaled the men of the south in hot pursuit. It was war between Dyfed and Gwynedd. Gwydion's plan had worked. Goewin was left defenseless. At Fellinfrid, Lord Pryderi lay dead. When Goewin told Math of what had passed, the king's rage knew no bounds. The brothers fled the court, but it was decreed that no one in the whole of Gwynedd should give them a drop to drink or a crumb to eat, on pain of death. Thus they were forced to return to the court of Caerdathel and throw themselves upon Math's mercy. He chided them most bitterly for the shame they had brought upon him, and for causing the death of so great a hero as Pryderi, for no reason other than to satisfy their own lust. Then he struck Gilvaethwy with his magic wand, turning him into a large hind. Gwydion tried to escape, but Math struck him too, turning him into a stag, condemning them both to mate with one another and bear their young the way the wild beasts do. And so they bore a young fawn, whereupon Math changed the brothers into a wolf and a she-wolf. At the end of the second year, they bore a sturdy wolf cub, whereupon Math turned the brothers into a wild boar and a wild sow. At the end of the third year, they bore a young pig. Finally, Math pardoned the brothers and gave them back their true form. For surely it was punishment and disgrace enough upon them that each should have had a child by the other. The three offspring of this unnatural union Math kept at court and named them Hudun, son of the deer, Hughdun, son of the pig, and Bleidun, son of the wolf. Having married Goewin to spare her from a shame, Math now consulted the brothers as to a new maiden in whose lap he could rest his feet. Gwydion, seeing his chance to regain favor, offered his sister and lover, Ariandrod. The lovely Ariandrod, who came most unwillingly to take the test of virginity. As she stepped over Math's magic wand, she dropped a little something, which Gwydion swiftly snatched up. He whisked it away to a nearby town, where he found a nurse willing to suckle the child. And within a year, he was as big as a 2-year-old. And by his 3rd birthday, he was grown enough to venture alone to Caerdathel. And by the age of 4, he was as sturdy as an 8-year-old. Gwydion came to know the boy, and to love him as no other. And one day, taking the lad with him, he set off on foot to the castle of Ariandrod.
God push for you, Ariandrod.
What boy is that behind you?
Ah, this boy's your son.
Heavens, man! What has come over you to disgrace me so and maintain my shame by keeping him so long as this?
If you have no shame greater than my fostering a boy as fine as this, then your shame's a small thing indeed.
What is your boy's name?
God knows he has no name.
Well, I put this curse on him that he shall not have a name until he gets it from me.
I do confess you're a wicked woman, Ariandrod. Just because you can no longer call yourself virgin, you take it out on the boy. I swear to you, this boy will have a name if you like it or not.
Huh?
And this is what Gwydion and the boy did. They disguised themselves as shoemakers of fine quality and returned to Ariandrod's castle.
My lady wishes to know what kind of people you are.
Ah, we be shoemakers, fine quality.
They are shoemakers, my lady, of fine quality.
Go and ask what sort of leather they use.
My lady wishes to know what kind of leather you use. Gold, my lady.
Very well. Measure my foot.
Oh,
And ask the cobbler to make me a pair of slippers. These are too big, fool! Can I make them smaller?
my lady says these are too big. You must make them smaller.
Now they're too small, idiot! Tell him the night he's gonna do about it.
Neither, Kirsty. And what are you gonna do about it?
Ah, tell me, lady, I won't make she's for until I see her feet.
Is anyone big juice for you till he sees your feet?
Oh, very well then, let him enter. Oh, oh.
Lady, good day to you.
God be good to you. I'm surprised that you cannot make shoes to measure.
I could not before, but I will now.
At that moment, a bird flew by the window, and the boy made a cast at it, and he hit it and brought it down.
God knows, it's a skillful hand, the boy.
Yeah. A mes que diuen na talian no se capo de menu genit. Awn nhw'n enw di gynta. Enw i'r lle llaw cwpes.
You are weird, buddy didn't wait for what and drwg tuag ato.
And thus Arianrhod had named the boy Lle Llaw Gyffes Lle of the skillful hand.
God knows you shall bear no better for hurting me. I swear this day to the boy that he shall have no weapons until I arm him myself.
So they returned to Dinas Dinlle, where Lle grew up until he could ride every horse, and had grown to full manhood. But Gwydion saw that the boy grew idle for want of horses and weapons, and decided it was time to visit Arianrhod once again.
Ah, tomorrow we shall go to Caer Arianrhod, disguised as bards from Morgannwg. Well, she'll invite us in, we'll entertain, and then you'll see what happens.
And so, the two came once more to the castle of Arianrhod.
Oh, greetings to you and God's welcome. What will you play for us?
Oh, new songs are old, my lady, whatever be your pleasure.
Whatever you will. My pleasure is yours.
Silver songs and starlight, a llwynog sy'n croesi a ffin. Not from Morgannwg. Don't ask us what we mean. Oh, my lady, outside there are some men coming.
Don't bother me now.
Give us a lot of money. We'll sing another song. They come closer, lady, and I alarm.
Don't bother me now.
Honest as the day it is long. They're almost here, lady. What can this mean?
Are you hard of hearing?
No, my lady. I hear trumpets and shouts. We are surrounded.
You imbecile! Why didn't you tell me? The children of bad state, an army surrounds us. What reason I know not.
Lady, there is nothing we can do but to repair our best defense.
Of course! Why did you think of that? There are weapons enough in there!
Lady, arm the youth who have need of his help.
I will gladly!
Arm him completely, they're climbing the walls.
Oh, God defend us!
Have you finished arming the youth?
I have it is done!
So it is. But we will divest ourselves of our arms, for we have no need of them.
But what are the soldiers surrounding the place?
Woman, there are no soldiers. They were assembled to break your curse upon your son, and to give him arms.
I swear to God you are an evil man, but I put the final curse on the boy, that he shall never have a wife. Never! Not of any race on the entire earth!
Never fear fate. This last destiny will be lifted from upon you just like the others. Come and go and see Math Mabinogi. He'll help us.
And so the great Math used his magic and enchantment to conjure up a woman out of flowers for Lle. And for a wedding gift, he gave them the cantrip of Dynoding, which is today called Efionydd and Ardudwy. And there in the hill was Lley set up his court, and all were happy and content with his rule. One night when Lley had travelled away to Caerdathel to visit Math, Blodeuwydd was awoken by the sound of a hunting horn. She sent her maidservant to look, and found it was a huntsman who had lost his companions and his way in the gathering darkness.
God knows we should invite him in. Oh, we would be disgraced for letting such a chieftain go off to another land at this late hour. The most proper thing is to invite him in.
And the huntsman accepted the invitation, gladly.
God repay you for your kindness.
What Blodeuwydd did was to look at him, and as she gazed, her entire being was filled with love for him, and the same feeling was awoken in him also. And as this love thus rose and overcame them, they could not conceal it, and they rejoiced exceedingly. Nor did they put off embracing each other, but slept together that same night.
Come, wake up, my love, you must leave.
There is but one way for us. You must try and learn from your husband how his death may be brought about.
But how?
By feigning concern for his well-being. What has happened to you, my dearest Blodeuwydd? Are you well?
I am thinking of something you would not expect of me. I am worried that you should die, that you should go before I do.
God repay you for your concern, my love. But unless the Almighty strikes me down, it will not be easy for anyone to slay me.
How then could you ever be slain?
Make me a bath on a riverbank, then bring me a buck goat, and put it alongside the tub. If I were to put one foot on the goat's back and the other on the edge of the tub, whatever struck me then would bring about my death.
Well, I thank God for that, for this can easily be avoided.
And life went by as usual for Lley and Blodeuwydd.
Lord, if they prepare the bath, would you show me how you'd stand on the goat's back with your foot on the edge of the tub?
I will.
Then I will see to it that all is prepared. Mae'r honna garf yng nghalon ni, ymhell o ddiaman byw, a hiraeth am ei gweled hi, am gwnaeth yn llwyr fy lliw. O'r dewis har ddewis eis i, oedd dewis lodes la.
And the next day, Gronw arose and took possession of the land, and he ruled it until both Penllyn and Ardudwy were in his power. The news travelled to Math Fab Mathonwy, who bade Gwydion to search all of Gwynedd and all of Powys to find Lle.
Derwen a dydd rhwng dailyn, gysgod rhwng awyr a glyn, a ni ddwed a fi.
And Gwydion came at last to a magic tree which he had heard tell of, where the sows would mysteriously gather every night. And as he came under the tree, he looked to see what they were feeding on. And there he saw rotten flesh and maggots that fell from the very branches of the tree. And as he looked up, he saw there an eagle. And when it would stir, lice and rotten flesh would slake off him. And Gwydion knew it was Lle, and began to sing to him in comfort.
O'n i ddwed a fi gylwyr, fe ddaw Lle i'm harfed.
And Gwydion took care of Lle, and within a year he was restored. Together they journeyed to Math, and then did they all muster and leave for Ardudwy.
Enchanter, slay me, for I have nothing left to live for now.
No. I will not slay thee. I will do to thee which is worse. I will let thee go in the form of a bird. And for the dishonor thou hast done to Lle Llaw Gyffes, thou art never to dare show thy face by light of day, and that for fear of all other birds. For it will be in their nature to maul and molest you, and they will be hostile to you wherever they find you. And you will never lose your name, but will always be called Bloody
territory, gold or silver for the injury done to me, but only this, that you should stand where I stood when you cast a spear at me, and must let me throw a spear at you. That is the least I will accept.
Then I must do that. I see a stone by the riverbank. Let me place that between myself and the blow.
God, no. I will not refuse you that.
Mabinogi. Signs on the stones our ancestors left us. The tune of our early life, played as a vein to the blood of the old song. Existence is for all eternity. The infant I was in the womb of my mother, white sperm that I was in the loins of my father. Before that, I swam in the oceans of nowhere, where the waves are the message of centuries rolling, where the wind is the breath of the holy creator, where all of the rivers, grown mighty with flowing, and crowned with the gifts of the myriad valleys, return with a sigh to the sea of their coming. Forever and ever and ever, be glad. Oh, be glad, for the song has no ending.
Seasons they change while the cold blood is raining. I have been waiting beyond the years. Now over the skyline I see you're traveling, brothers from all time, gathering here. Come, let us build the ship of the future. Journeys far. Come, let us set sail for the always islands through seas of leaving to the summer stars. Seasons they change, but with gaze unchanging. Oh, deep-eyed sister, is it you I see in the seats of beauty you bear within you of unborn children, glad and free? the yellow grain. Scattered we were when the long night was breaking, but in bright morning converse again.